It would appear that I'm live before I wanted to be live. Somebody asked me to articulate what I was actually saying. I didn't plan on doing this at all today, but I saw that somebody comment on that, so I figured I'd make a video about this. But I got to figure out if I'm actually live yet. Again, I don't like this new way of doing this live at all. Okay, it does look like I'm live. I have 4 viewers. Okay, it looks like I'm live. So I wanted to, before, if you guys are answering questions or anything like that, I wanted to like ask. Sorry about that. This mic, I think I'm gonna have to replace this mic. Before I get started or answer any questions, I want to say exactly what the sugar fasting is. It's basically any sugar that really doesn't have a lot of fat and protein. So like syrup, sugar itself, fruit, fruit juice. Smoothies can technically be a part of that depending on what's in the smoothie. Any kind of source like that. So if you're thinking of your syrups or like jellies, for the most part, I would think jelly would be included in that. Anything like that is the sugar fasting. Now, the sugar diet, from what I understand, which I'm not really talking about in this video specifically, was basically the raw tofu, from what I gather. But again, I'm not talking about the sugar diet. So I actually made a video today that's going to be coming out tomorrow. You'll see that tomorrow. What Cole Robinson, I was watching him and I really like what he was saying about just eat normal. I finally kind of understand what he was talking about. In like, did you just eat like 3 squares a day or like 2 squares a day and then maybe have a snack before you go to bed? Another thing that you should not do is go to bed hungry. I don't know how anybody does that. I personally cannot fall asleep if I am hungry. Again, so like you would not eat in between. So like if you wake up and you're not hungry, at least just have orange juice. I always keep orange juice on hand in my refrigerator. And I always make sure that I have some of that available to me if I'm not hungry. Now, if you wake up and you are hungry, you can have a smoothie, you can have whatever you want to. Fruit is probably the best way to start. Now, fruit can be a smoothie. Fruit can obviously be juice because it's fruit juice. Anything with sucrose, fructose is ideal. So, fruit juice, smoothies, something like that. And then you wait until lunch, like 3 or 4 hours later, and you have enough again of the same things to hold you over for another 3 or 4 hours, and you don't snack in between. Now, I have been doing this, and for the last 2 days, and I've lost weight. Yesterday into today, it was like 1.25 pounds, so I was down to 277.2 for those who are keeping track. And I really like it. I really like the idea of that because I don't like snacking anyways. I actually don't like eating, period. If I didn't have to eat, I wouldn't do it at all. So that's it in a nutshell. You just keep doing that. I mean, you can literally just eat the same things every day. And like, I mean, people are eventually going to get tired of that. So if you're eating bananas every day or orange juice or whatever, you're probably going to eventually switch it up. But that's the idea of the whole thing is the sugar fasting. And I've liked it so far for the most part. I was down in the city or over in the city all day today, so I'm kind of exhausted. So I don't want to be on here for very long. And it looks like there's only like 4 people watching it anyway, so it's not a lot of people on here. Because I didn't plan on coming on here as it was. That's it. Hopefully that's articulated well enough for you. I don't know what else to say other than just eat normal. Like he keeps shouting into the screen, which I don't feel like doing because I'm in an apartment. I don't need people calling the cops on me because I sound crazy, but just eat normal. Like you just get up. And here's one thing that I always struggled with, and I mentioned in the video I made today, is I always struggle with getting up and eating. Always. Because I'll have an idea of something that I want to go do. I'll wake up and I'll go do it. With this, you have got to just at least have juice. At least have juice, like, I don't know, 16 ounces of juice or something like that. And then start from there. Another thing that I have way backed off of is just adding sugar to things. I didn't add sugar to the first. I was actually somewhat hungry today, so I had like 16 ounces of juice. It was just too bitter. So I did add a bit of sugar to it, maybe an eighth of a cup, somewhere in that range, and go from there. Now, if you are ravenously hungry after you eat, then you just didn't eat enough. So eat enough of the same things that you just ate and go from there. I'm hoping this is articulated enough. I know what the person who commented this, I know what she's talking about. I do struggle with articulation because I'm like a cat. I'll see a little glimmer of something over here, and I'll just go look at that for a little while, and something over here. It's rough. So I understand that. So I do try to articulate this stuff the best that I possibly can because I have issues with that. I know I really do. I sometimes have written notes, and those are my absolute worst videos, like watched views wise. Like nobody watches them, so I stopped doing that. Hopefully that answers the questions. It's just like where this does differ somewhat from Durian Rider, because he used to tell you as soon as you're hungry, eat again. And I know that was causing a lot of issues with a lot of people, because they get this idea here you got two ends of the coin here. You got the people who are talking about just force feed yourself. Then you got the other ones who are saying that you got to live on calories in, calories out, whatever that means, because you don't know. I mean, it's so impossible to know what you actually need, what you actually absorbed, what was actually in the food. It's an impossibility. And some people do make good strides with that, the calories in, calories out. But it's so unsuccessful that Weight Watchers actually got sued over it and they lost. So it's not exactly successful. You have to, Durian Rider was talking about in the Mark Smelly Bell interview that you have to count grams of sugar, carbohydrates, and that's where you really should look. And I think that's a good idea too. Yeah, I mean, if you could thumbs this up. I don't know who's watching. I really like the old way of doing things where on the screen I could see what was all going on this. I can't see it. Anyway, that's it. Again, I'm going to say it again. So you wake up, you have at least some kind of, it doesn't have to be orange juice. It could be, the other one I have in there is guava and cactus juice, I think. That's a really good one. Just whatever juice you like. You could get the naked drinks, which I probably should take a picture of that because nobody ever knows what I'm talking about. You get whatever it is. Or if you make your own juices, that's fine. Like I used to make my own carrot juice, which was quite cheap. I don't know how much it is now, but if you go to Whole Foods, you used to be able to get a 25-pound bag of loose carrots for $19.99. It was organic. It was Grimway Farms. I don't know how much it is now. If that's something that you want to do. I do have a juicer. I don't really feel like having to do the juicing though. If I don't absolutely have to. So again, you would start off the day with that. Make sure that you have that. Even if you're not hungry, just have some juice. Get the fire kind of going. And then get to lunch. Have a big lunch. I think lunch should probably be the biggest if you can do it. A lot of people go to standard jobs, and it's just not possible to have your biggest meal of the day at work. It just isn't. and then you get home and then you have dinner. Don't snack in between. And that, I think that's one of the biggest issues that I've always had, is the snacking in between, largely because I didn't eat in the beginning of the day. Hopefully that's articulated good enough. I don't know how else to say it. With the sugar fasting, it has to be fruit juice. It's basically the rice diet without the rice. You know, that's basically what it is. So if people have heard of the rice diet, it's the rice diet without the rice. And that is it. And you would do that for, I mean, some people might, 2 meals, 3 meals really works good for me. Don't go to bed hungry. So have like candies around. Well, I don't have any. I wish I had it. No, I don't have a container of the candies I usually get. If you got a Trader Joe's near you, they got those little gummies that I've talked about in quite a few videos. You could try those. Or whatever you want to try. But I hate where this thing is. It's driving me nuts. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully that I realize what she was saying, that I know I really do struggle with articulation. I really do. Because I'll move this over. I do not want to get stuck in one of these hour-and-a-half live things. What is a normal weight fluctuation in a day? Say you eat the same food each day. I've never, unfortunately, the biggest fluctuation I've ever had was like 20 pounds, but that's not normal at all. I don't know, like 2 pounds maybe. That one I don't know the answer to that. What up, bro? Quick question for you. I'm sure you answered this somewhere, but what made you move? It's just not on topic. I really should do a live that was just whatever questions you wanted. I like New York. Is the bottom line, and I didn't like Cleveland. I'm from there. It doesn't mean I had to like it. I always start my morning with water and orange juice. That's kind of what I do. I get so much reflux issues on excessive sugar products. That, by and large, tells you that your stomach is pretty screwed. It shouldn't do that. Sugar is an antimicrobial, and so it'll kill off. I mean, they used to use it as a preservative. There's still parts of Africa and I think still parts of Asia that use sugar as an antibacterial in cuts and stuff like that. So if you have a lot of bacteria going on and you eat an influx of sugar or even juice or something like that, it'll start killing that stuff off. And that's going to cause a lot of discomfort. I think you articulate just fine. Never had an issue with understanding what you're trying to get across. Some people do. Sometimes even when I'm watching my own videos back, when I edit my videos, I can't understand what the hell I just tried to say either. So I try to edit it in a way that makes sense, because I can't really always go back and reshoot the video. Like today, I was in the city for, I don't know, 2.5 hours, and I don't feel like going back there tomorrow to reshoot the thing. So anyway, that is the diet. Hopefully everybody it gets across. And again, you really need to choose a source of this that you actually like. Like if you despise a certain thing, don't use that. Do you ever consume pure maple syrup? No. Blue agave syrup always hurts my stomach. Agave is too expensive. Here's another thing. Like, don't go spending as much money as you possibly can on this. It just isn't worth it. It just is not worth it. Get what you can out of, like, I'm all for, like, getting the best blender that you can possibly get, or the best rice cooker, because I'm looking at my rice cooker right now, that you possibly can get, or best food processor that you can possibly get. But as far as, like, you don't have to buy the most expensive fruit that you can possibly find. Like it is good to get good fruit, but you don't have to go find like some rare banana that's like available 3 days a year. And like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to do that. You can just go get regular bananas that you can find at the grocery store. Make it as accessible for yourself as humanly possible. Like as of this filming, I don't have any kids or anything like that. So I don't have any of that to deal with. But if I did, I would want to have this as accessible as possible for everybody. I will say this. I did 10 months on nothing but fruit and water a year ago. And for some reason, anytime I ate watermelon, it caused the biggest stomach aches ever. And I don't know why that happened. I will say with the watermelon, if it doesn't have seeds in it, it does seem to upset my stomach quite a bit. But if it has seeds in it and I eat it with the seeds, my stomach is fine. Now, I don't know if everybody is like that, but I am certainly like that. I'm to the point now where I almost won't buy watermelon unless they have seeds in them. But with watermelon, it usually doesn't end up being till like July or so that you can find watermelon with seeds in it, which is really annoying. And then even then, it seems like the ones with seeds in it has such a short window of being able to actually find it. It's just so annoying. I really wish they would get away from not having seeds. I mean, even in the Bible, it says in 129, eat all seed bearing fruit. I really don't like eating watermelon that doesn't have seeds in it, if that's articulated well enough. I'm not being a smartass. I understand what some people are saying. They don't understand what the hell I'm saying. It's probably why they click off the videos. But yeah, I can't say it here, but if you guys could hit the thumbs up button, I'm not going to stay on here much longer, maybe half an hour altogether. Cause I got a video coming out tomorrow, but that's a sugar diet. Again, I lost 1.25 pounds today from yesterday. I am tired though. I really am. So I don't know if I didn't eat enough, but being around that many people sometimes just zaps me. So that is that. I can't think of anything else to add other than don't make it harder than it needs to be. If you don't have a blender, doesn't really matter. Just go buy store-bought smoothies. Try to find the ones that don't have that many preservatives in them. Some of them have an absurd amount of preservatives in them. Or the juices or whatever you can find. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, they have really good, usually unpasteurized orange juice. So that's a good place to get started. Sugar, add sugar to things, especially when it's bitter. Do you have trouble finding watermelon that is sweet enough? Most watermelon I pick out tastes pretty bland. I actually find that organic watermelon is not that great tasting. And I think it's because there is a injection that you can do into produce that makes it sweeter. And I'm pretty sure that they do that on each watermelon. Because you already have to... Watermelon are kind of a pain in the ass when you grow them. I've grown them quite a few times, actually. But they're kind of a pain in the ass. You can't let them sit in water for too long, otherwise they'll start rotting out. So a lot of places will bras actually are a really good suspension device for if you don't have a lot of them, but you can suspend them off the ground, and you already kind of have to take care of each watermelon. So they'll go around and they'll inject them with I forget what it is. I forget what the name of it is, but it will make the watermelon sweeter. But they can't do that on organic ones. So if it's bland or Mexican, I can't stand Mexican watermelon. They might be good in Mexico. Mexican watermelon might be great in California or Texas or something. But by the time they get over here to the Northeast, because I consider Ohio part of the Northeast. I mean, when you're in Ohio and in Cleveland especially, you're only like 7 hours from the Atlantic Ocean. But they don't taste good at all. Great job. Get some rest and have a good night. Yeah, I gotta get off here at some point. You probably can hear it in my voice. I'm not the most. I mean, there's so many people in the city. It zaps my energy. Anyway, hopefully that answers everybody's questions. I don't feel like shouting at the at the camera like Cole Robinson does, but yeah, that is the diet. I feel lighter on it. I feel better on it. I don't think I ate enough today, to be honest, especially in the beginning of the day. So I'm definitely going to have a decent dinner and then a snack before bed. But yeah. So keep in mind that you can't be 100% about like weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. If you're dragging feet all day, you really got to pay attention to that as well. So there's many things that you got to pay attention to, many things you got to keep in mind, but make it as simple as humanly possible. Is there any more like comments, questions, or whatever? Because I might just get out of here. Can't believe I've already been on here 20 minutes. Looks like there's like only a few people watching. I mean, it's Friday. It is Friday, isn't it? I always lose track of day. Every day is, yeah, it's Friday. Every day's kind of the same for me. All right, I think I'm actually going to get off here. Yeah. Anyway, I got a video coming out tomorrow, Saturday, and it talks more about this. I kind of was yelling at everybody in the comments section, so don't get too offended. Are your bananas ripe yet? Like mine, black is. No, they're not even. I shouldn't say they're not closed. They're not there yet. They're right over there. No, I don't think I'm gonna buy any more until these start getting ripe, and then I'll buy another 6 to 8 bunches of them. I just want to let you know that I'm really proud of you for eating healthy and staying strong. I've struggled with my weight my whole adult life. There's too many people like that. There's something going on. I mean, when I was growing up, this is never a case. It didn't really matter what you ate either. Like there was none of this diet. I mean, there was Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers and stuff like that around, but by and large, most people just were a normal weight. Like, I mean, when you went to like, I don't know, to get jeans, for example, I don't think I ever really saw much more than like a size like 38. It was like from like size 32 to 38 or 28 to 38 or something like that. And now it's all over the place. It's getting better, but the struggle has made me a quitter. I would stick with this sugar fasting. There's definitely something to it. And there is certainly something to not eating in between. Like it's a right for you. Because if you are eating in between, you're constantly spiking your insulin. And there is something to that. It's getting better, but skinny people who've never struggled with obesity don't understand. That seems to be a lot of the people in my comment section, but I don't know for sure because nobody actually makes video. Like a lot of the people that comment in my comment section don't make videos or anything. So I don't know who they are, but they've all got their, their bro science, which is kind of what my video was about today. That'll be out tomorrow. I lost 160 pounds, but it feels like climbing Mount Everest. Honestly, what I'm doing right now is what I did to lose the weight. But at one point I was losing weight too quick and I started adding salads with nuts and avocado in. And then it backed me off to losing like a pound a day. But yeah, anyway, man, I didn't think I was this tired, but I am. Today was a long day. It was a long day. But anyway, 160 pounds is still a lot. I have 40 pounds more to lose. I mean, that's what, a quarter of what you already lost. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It'll come off quick if you do something like this, the sugar fasting. What were you doing in the city today with, and which shoes did you? It's weird. I knew somebody was going to ask me about that. I was just wearing my Zero Shoe Speed Force 2. It's like my favorite shoes. I was filming in the city. It was really cool too because I got to my subway over here to get on the train, or train station, I should just call it. And the turnstile, somebody had paid for it but didn't go through it. Nobody was in the train station, so I just got on for free. And then when I was coming back, the same thing happened. So I managed to get in and out of the city for absolutely nothing. I mean, normally it only costs like $3 to get on the subway, but I was pretty happy with that. It saved me what, $6. What were you? Yeah, that was it. That was the answer to that. So keep going. Yeah, I mean, I truly think this is the answer. Yeah, I really do. Although I really probably did screw myself a little not eating enough today. Maybe I did. I don't know. It's all a simulation. It really is. It really is a simulation. It really is. It really is. I've never actually watched the movie The Matrix, but I'm pretty sure I would agree with most of it. I watched part of it, and I watched it up to some lady, some black lady has a spoon. I'm like, this movie's ridiculous. So I stopped watching right after that. But I guess it got good after that. Anyway, I think that's gonna be all. I don't need to be going into some crazy live like I did last time, but maybe next week I will do a just ask me anything because people like to ask me crazy questions. And that's it. Hopefully this was articulated good enough. Hopefully this answers people's questions. This is what I'm doing right now. The one thing that I started doing yesterday and today that I really liked was not snacking at all in between. I keep a water bottle around because I was noticing that I wasn't drinking enough water, for sure. That might also be why I lost 1.25 pounds, because last night there was a mass exodus. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you have a good night. Always appreciate you answering the questions. Cool. I might not have as much appreciation tomorrow after tomorrow's video. I do get tired of some of the comments. Oh shit, my battery's dead. All right, I gotta get going before this thing dies. Anyway, I didn't realize it was dead. All right, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I'm sure I'll do another 1 or 2 lives next week, but we'll go from there. Anyway, talk to you in the next one.